Hello everyone, this is Amanda Winkle. I am a student at the University of Florida, graduate student to be specific. I'm getting my master's in mass communications, and this presentation is for my social media metrics class. What we did is we took data from the University of Florida's Facebook page and we analyzed it, and now we are synthesizing it into presentations, and specifically my presentation is geared toward the specialists. These people are on the front lines. They're posting content day to day and seeing how that content does right away. I can really relate to these people because this is what I do in my job. I'm on the front lines, looking at comments, responding to comments, and seeing how posts do on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to make my presentation geared towards these folks. And as you can see, this presentation is meant to be used for educational purposes only. Obviously, we're using data that's 2 years old. So this presentation, I should say, is meant for your benefit, my benefit, everyone's learning benefit. So here we go. Okay, when we looked at the data from 2012, we could see that the page was gaining fans, but the rate at which it was gaining fans kind of slowed as we went throughout the year. In quarter 2, as you can see, went to negative 41%, quarter 3, negative 22%, quarter 4, negative 31%. So we were gaining fans, but the rate at which the page was gaining fans slowed. And as you can see by my next point, nothing was posted in October, which is kind of weird for a major branded Facebook page such as the University of Florida's. We don't know if this is just a glitch in our data that the postings from October just didn't export correctly, or if there were no actual posts in October. I find this hard to believe because October is kind of a hot time during football season, especially at the end of October. You've got the Florida-Georgia game up here where I am in Jacksonville. So it's kind of hard to believe that there were no posts in October. But like I said, this may just be a glitch in our data, but the data is all we have to go on, so it must be noted. And in quarter 3, amazing reach, 8.6 million, and this was without boosting a post. Boosting posts, it was happening in 2012, but I don't think it was happening at as great of a rate as it is now. Facebook is becoming more pay-to-play, so it's kind of becoming more commonplace to boost posts. We'll talk a little bit more about boosting posts later. All right, the big question, should we be worried about our likes? The page still gained likes, so we lost some fans, but we overall gained fans throughout 2012. It just wasn't at a rate that we might have liked to see. And likes are important because, as you can see here, they equal potential for the page. People who are going to see our content, engage with our content, and hopefully those people are eventually going to be stakeholders in UF, students, professors, donors. So we want to engage those people as much as possible and get as many of them as possible to like our page. But likes kind of needs to be looked at in a holistic way as an overall picture of our page in terms of you want to look at likes along with reach and engagement. So you want to look at all of these things in concert and not just focus on likes, just focus on reach or engage. You want to look at all of these things in concert. And like I said, if you post valuable content on a regular basis, the likes will come. It's kind of like Field of Dreams in a way. If you build it, they will come. If you post valuable content, the fans of your page will share that content, and those people will share it with their friend. It will go so on and so forth throughout social media, throughout Facebook, throughout the globe. So you really want to get shareable content out there. Okay, engagement, as you can see, equals likes, shares, comments, and clicks. And we kind of wanted to focus on quarter 3 for you because it was a really bang-up time for reach and engagement, as you can see. 539,963 for engagement, 8.6 million for reach. So great. And during this time, as we can see, what was being posted is a lot of football content, a lot of the badges that say beat Bama, stuff like that. And also, during this time, the 2012 Olympics was going on, so the page managers did a great job of taking advantage of the UF connections to the London Olympics, athletes who were competing during that time, and also the UF band went to London, and they got to perform in front of Buckingham Palace, which is a huge honor. And this post got a lot of engagement because, obviously that's a pretty big deal, and, people wanted to share their pride in the band, pride in the school. So great job by the page managers taking advantage of stuff like that, because as we know, Gator Nation is everywhere, so you want to definitely take advantage of that fact and, in a good way, obviously, whenever you can. Posts that did the best were photos. As you may or may not know, photos on Facebook get more engagement. You don't want to post just text. Besides, that's kind of boring. That's, what you and I do. We post a status update. That's, pretty mundane. But for brands, like UF, you want to post photos. You got to stand out in that news feed. You want to get attention. And according to Kissmetrics, as you can see, photos get 53% more likes, 104% more comments, and 84% more click-throughs. So while you're posting those photos, you also probably want to be encouraging your fans to go to a certain link that you're trying to drive them to, perhaps a certain page on UF's website or a certain page on the athletics website, what have you. Just, if you post a link with a photo, as you can see, 84% more click-throughs. So great way to encourage that. Okay, reaching more of the Gator Nation. We didn't really boost a lot of posts in 2012. Actually, we didn't boost any as far as I could see when I analyzed the data. So it would probably be a good next step just to play with that and kind of see what boosting a post could do. Maybe if a post is doing well on its own organically, then kind of see how will it do if we boost it. And the good thing about boosting posts is that you can set your budget. It doesn't have to be astronomical. You can choose how many people you want to reach, who you want to reach, where you want these people, like what geographic location you want to reach. You can really target a boosted post. So that is the good thing about it. And if it doesn't work the way you want to, you don't have to keep doing it. It's not like an extended ad buy, so you can just try it one time. If it doesn't work the way you like, then don't do it again, or maybe try it with something else, or, just play with it, kind of see how it works. It would just be interesting to see if that makes an impact on total reach. And like I said before, exploit in a good way students and parents, pride in athletics, everybody connected to the Gator Nation, exploit that pride. People want to share that pride. I myself have stolen cover photos from the University of Florida's page to share my Gator pride. So definitely want to take advantage of that. You want to create that content that people want to share and want to use because it's cool, because it shows their school pride, and also the connection to the worldwide events like the Olympics, because as we were saying before, Gator Nation is everywhere. So there are definitely worldwide events going on pretty much all the time that you can find those connections to. And the Olympics is something that everyone's already talking about. So why not take advantage of that already ongoing conversation and insert UF into that conversation? And other times of the year, get creative. You guys did this very well with Gator Nation is everywhere in Q4 of 2012. And this kind of gets other people curating content for you. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but if you can get people to curate, send in content to you, then that kind of makes your job a little easier and gets you cool content that you may not have gotten otherwise. Okay, so here are the takeaways. Post often. Like I said, we don't know if October, the data didn't pull correctly or whatnot, but we want to make sure that we're posting every day at least. You don't want to force content. You don't want to, post something that's maybe not the best. But you kind of you do want to post at least at least an average of once a day. Because people are looking to you you're the voice of the school. So, you got to keep people informed, yet entertain them, yet stoke their school pride, yet also stoke their academic pride as well. UF is a great school, obviously, that's why I'm going there. So you want to stoke people's pride in all of these things that make up the Gator Nation. Like I was saying before, curate content. When the Gator Nation is everywhere hashtag was implemented, people were sending in pictures from Paris and Switzerland. So it's just a cool way to get content that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten because you can't be in all these places at once like all these other people are. So you can get that cool content from all corners of the globe. So really cool way to do that. The hashtag Gator Nation is everywhere. That's kind of, for my taste, it's kind of a long hashtag, but it does the job. It got content to come in, so it was cool. It worked. And then, of course, track as you go. This is pretty easy to do. Facebook makes it really easy. You can look right at a post and see how many likes, comments, and shares it's gotten. Also, you can dig a little deeper by going into Facebook Insights. You can see the demographics of who's liking your page, where they're from. This can kind of help you also in boosting your post. You can see where most of your fans are or where you may want to target. Perhaps you want to take advantage of, maybe dip into Georgia's territory a little bit and target some Gator fans in Georgia. I mean, goodness sakes, Georgia has a Gator license plate, so, Gator Nation really has seeped into Georgia. So you could look at this, at the stats and kind of take advantage of that and see where you might want to target people. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. And thank you for your attention. Have a great day. And of course, as you can see by my photo, keep calm and go Gators.